welcome to the Sugar Scoop. I'm Shelby Bower, and today we're going to be making makeup, edible makeup, so your children can actually eat this makeup. I know I loved to eat makeup when I was little, so let's get started. So I'm starting out with Madame Lulu fondant that I added CMC or tylose to so that it would dry nice and hard like gum paste. Rolled it out nice and flat, maybe like 1/4 of an inch thick, and then cut it into a rectangle, and this is going to make our eyeshadow palette. Make sure that our edges look nice and smooth, and then I'm using a 12 tip, the back of a 12 tip, to cut out 6 holes, and then I'm going to roll out some orange fondant, putting a little imprint with my bamboo skewer, and to make it look like pressed powder, cutting out the same 6 size circles and then gluing them in with water. Then I'm going to add a little detail to either side, and then now I'm going to start my brush. So I'm just going to roll out fondant, probably 1/8 of an inch thick, and then just a rectangle, a long rectangle, doesn't really matter, and then with a modeling tool making long brush strokes. And then I'm going to use a bamboo skewer or a dowel and some water and just roll it up and then pinch it at the bottom so it kind of flares out a little bit, and you have the top of your makeup brush. And then I'm going to hand model the bottom, just add a little detail with a bamboo skewer to give it some interest, and then we're done with our brush. Now I'm going to make our lipstick, and I'm going to just hand model like a rectangle shape, and I'm going to use a longer dowel so that it can actually stick up out of the cake. And then I'm taking pink Madame Lulu fondant and I'm cutting a wedge out of it with some scissors to get that lipstick shape. And I had it a little bit too long, so I made it a little shorter. Made me a little nervous, you know, when you roll up your lipstick too high. I didn't want that look. And then I added just some details to give it a little bit of interest, and that's about it. And then I used this little chocolate mold. I think I got this at like Michael's, and I'm going to use that to make some details on the makeup pieces. This is just 2 circles cut out about 1/4 of an inch thick each and then glued together to make our compact. Now I'm just adding little ornate pieces to all of the makeup using those little chocolate molds that I made, and it's just black fondant in the chocolate mold. Adding little corners to our eyeshadow palette. And then I'm making a hairdryer, adding some little details with my modeling tool to make it look kind of like an old school hairdryer, making the little button on the side, little buttons on the bottom too. And then I'm going to add some of the pretty details to that as well. And now I'm going to make a hairbrush and a makeup mirror, and these are just cookie cutters that you can get from pretty much any cake supply store. And I'm just going to cut out with an X-Acto knife the combs of the brush, and then I'm going to decorate it with these chocolate molds again. And I'm just kind of winging it, just putting them wherever they fit. You can use whatever kind of ornate molds that you have to make these. And then I'm just making the comb edges just a little bit finer. And then I'm outlining with a modeling tool where the mirror part will be. And then again, just adding some details. And I am going to add a ribbon rose to this, which is really easy. You just roll out a really thin long piece of fondant and roll it up, and I'm going to cut it so it's kind of thin and then put it right at the top of the mirror. And now I'm going to paint all of these. I'm painting these with actually the rose gold from, I think it's Le Doux, so I don't know how to pronounce it. I'll link it below. But it looks gold on the black, so I go over it twice. Once I added a little bit of vodka to it, and the second time I just used it as a powder. And then I used some silver edible paint for the mirror. You can see this is my second time going over it with rose gold, so it looks a little bit more rose gold. And then I did different color metallics on the eyeshadow palette. So I did some gold, I did some silver, I did some pink, and then that's it. And these would be beautiful to add to any kind of makeup cake. I hope you enjoyed this video. Definitely check us out on Instagram at The Sugar Scoop. Like this video and subscribe to my channel for more videos every week. Thanks, guys.